Tell me, what do you see?" "What's with the yelling?" asked Tara. "Nothing's unusual. Someone's on trial." Prince Roger continued to enjoy his breakfast without even getting bothered about what his father was doing. "This is ridiculous. When will he ever stop torturing those poor people?" "Ah, here's someone getting emotional. Have you forgotten what Father has told us?" "What?" "One moment." He bit into his food. While he was chewing, he said, "Between the battle of emotion and reason, what wins?" "Reason, I know." Tara waved her hand. "But neither what he is doing is properly reasoned, nor do what I think is emotional." "Well, that may be, Mother, but your job is to support him and not to oppose him all the time. You will get us both in serious trouble someday." "Like we are not already," Tara said disappointedly. "Is something wrong? Did he say something to you?" "Why should he even talk to me? He is busy all the time, killing people. He says that I am like them too, emotional and so weak. Sometimes he even beats me for that. Not as much as what he does during the trials, though. I am lucky to be alive, but merely a slave." Tara wiped as the tears rolled down from her eyes. "You are not a slave. You are a queen, remember? You have immense powers. I don't know what we can do about it right now, but let's just think of the bright side of things. You have the most powerful man as your husband. I'm not sure even if he considers me or not. I will have to struggle to remember the last time we had a long conversation. Forget the romance." Tara peeked through the window. She saw that someone was being dragged for the trial again. She just closed her eyes and prayed for the man. It was the third time that day that a poor man was being dragged in front of the king against his will. He was beaten up and tortured severely that he could have collapsed at any moment, but he had to stand straight, lowering his head to respect the king. Deep inside, he was dead already. The king smirked and twitched his mustache in pride. "Your Highness, this man..." The guard who brought the man for a trial began, but the king stopped him immediately by raising his hand. The guard bowed and stepped back. The king leaned forward and stared at the man. Silence prevailed, but the poor man did not look up. "Tell me, what did you see?" questioned the king, raising one of his eyebrows. The poor man did not answer. He was afraid and believed that with one wrong word, he would be dead. "Answer the question!" The guard hit him in his stomach. The farmer collapsed on the ground, but as being in front of the king, he immediately tried to get up. He swallowed in pain and uttered something. "Louder!" said the king. "It was a man," said Gopal. "What man?" "I don't know. He just said that he wants to be my friend." "Friend, eh?" laughed the king. "Did he say anything else?" "No, Your Grace. Your men just saw me talking to him, and they dragged me here without telling me anything. Please let me go. I have done nothing wrong." "You think you could talk to the invisible and plead innocence in front of me?" The king stood up furiously. "I saw him clearly, Your Grace. I even heard him talking to me. He said he wanted to be my friend." "Bloody creatures! Nobody saw him. He was never there. Your brain is damaged. I wish not to have any filthy people like you in my kingdom anymore. Kill him, guards, before I do that myself." The king was going to leave the room after ordering the death penalty for Gopal. His offense was simply that he was brain damaged. At least that was what the king thought. The king got up to leave, furiously. "No, please wait. I beg your mercy. I have a wife and children." Gopal burst into tears. The king stopped and looked back at him. "Children, eh? Do they see him too?" "See who, my lord?" "That man who wants to be your friend." The king looked into Gopal's eyes. No, my lord, they have never seen him. And how can you be so sure about that? They are my children, my lord. They never hide anything from me. I see, but that still doesn't change anything. They are your children, little ones, but still creatures. The only one who will live is your wife. She has nothing to do with it. Besides, she is very beautiful, I heard. Playing with a mustache, the king said, "Kill him and the children. Bring his wife later." Then he left the hall. The poor man continued begging and crying for mercy, but the king was already gone, probably in search of his enemy, the one who can see what others cannot.